Chapter 1. The Arrival. As the heavy prison gates clang shut behind me, a wave of dread washes over my soul. I'm Jay, a 28-year-old former teacher, now trapped within these stark, cold walls of a medium-security prison. The echoes of my footsteps reverberate off the concrete, each step carrying the weight of my desperation, one fateful moment that led me here. The air, thick with the scent of regret and fear, feels suffocating. I find myself overwhelmed by the uncertainty of my future. Looking around, I see rows of hardened faces, each story etched with pain. Will I be consumed by this place or find a way to rise above it? As I close my eyes, I hear the distant murmurs of life beyond these walls, echoing with dreams and aspirations. I write verse in my mind, hoping that within this chaos, I can find the strength to transform my fear into something greater. Chapter 2. Initial Encounters. As Jay navigates the labyrinthine corridors of the prison, the atmosphere is thick with uncertainty and tension. His first encounters with fellow inmates are filled with awkward glances and muted conversations. He meets Miguel, a wiry teenager with a restless energy, whose rebellious spirit is evident in the way he doodles on scraps of paper. Elaine, a soft-spoken mother, shares her poignant story of addiction, revealing glimpses of vulnerability beneath her tough exterior. The sounds of the prison, the dull clang of cell doors and distant radio chatter, create a haunting backdrop, echoing the weight of their shared confinement. Brief conversations spark connections, and Jay begins to feel the seeds of a fragile camaraderie sprouting amidst the concrete walls. Though fear lingers in the air, there's an emerging sense of belonging, a flicker of hope that these initial encounters could lead to deeper friendships in the days to come. Chapter 3. The Brotherhood. As days meld into one another behind the stark prison walls, Jay finds unexpected camaraderie among fellow inmates. Here, amidst the echoing clank of metal doors, he and his newfound friends weave a tapestry of shared experiences and unspoken fears. Miguel, the teenage graffiti artist, confides in Jay about his dreams of transforming the world through art, while Elaine poignantly recounts her struggles with addiction, her love for her daughter serving as both anchor and weight. Laughter punctuates the grim atmosphere during group yoga sessions, where they momentarily escape the weight of their circumstances. In this brotherhood forged from shared pain, Jay realizes that support and understanding can arise even in the most desolate places. The mingling sounds of their voices, filled with raw emotion and laughter, create a symphony of hope that resonates, reminding them all that redemption is possible, even behind bars. Chapter 4. The Art of Expression. Within the drab walls of the prison, a vibrant world of creativity emerges. Jay initiates an art therapy program, a haven where emotions are transformed into strokes of color and words of freedom. As paintbrushes glide across canvas, the sound of rustling papers fills the room, blending with the hum of prisoners' voices sharing their thoughts. Miguel showcases a mural depicting dreams of the outside world, infusing the grayness around him with bursts of hope. Elaine pens heartfelt poems about missed moments with her daughter, each verse a step towards reconnection. Laughter echoes in their shared space, a stark contrast to the heavy silence of their cells. This chapter captures the transformative power of art, where sound melds with emotion, allowing the inmates to confront their pain and find common ground. Through this creative outlet, they begin to redefine their identities, forging a path toward healing and self-discovery. Chapter 5. The Reflections. In the dim light of the common room, the air is thick with stories yearning to be told. Each inmate takes turns in the circle, their voices a mixture of vulnerability and strength as they share reflections on their pasts. Jay, listening intently, hears Elaine recount the chaos of her addiction and the day she lost custody of her daughter, a wound that still aches deep within her. Miguel's eyes glaze over as he speaks of his father's absence and the gang life that filled the void, a path that led him to this prison. Personal demons surface amidst the echoes of laughter from childhood, mingling with the stark reality of prison life. The haunting sounds, a child's laughter, the creaking of a door, create a poignant backdrop, reminding them of the innocence lost. In this moment of shared humanity, hope flickers amidst the regret, an unwavering desire for redemption illuminating their paths forward. Chapter 6. The Art of Expression. In the drab confines of the prison, Jay introduces an art therapy program, igniting a spark of creativity among the inmates. As paintbrushes glide over canvas, the muffled sounds of clanging metal fade into the background, allowing a vibrant world of color and emotion to emerge. Miguel, with his graffiti-inspired style, transforms blank walls into murals of hope, capturing the essence of dreams long suppressed. Elaine, too, finds solace in words, pouring her heart onto the pages of her journal. Through their art, each inmate confronts their pain and reveals untold stories. The air is filled with the rustle of paper and the smooth strokes of brushes, creating a soundscape that embodies healing. This chapter showcases the transformative power of expression, illustrating how creativity can bridge the gap between despair and hope, allowing these fractured souls to imagine futures beyond the bars that confine them. Chapter 7. Learning and Growth. Within the prison's daunting walls, opportunities for education emerge as a beacon of hope. Jay spearheads a series of workshops, bringing vital knowledge to inmates eager to reshape their futures. The clatter of pencils on paper and the rustling of textbooks fills the air, intermingling with the resonant sounds of focused discussions. Miguel discovers a passion for creative writing, finding solace in crafting stories that speak to his struggles and aspirations. Elaine, too, dives into learning about parenting and life skills, motivated by her desire to reconnect with her daughter. As they engage in lessons, the atmosphere shifts from despair to determination, each inmate embracing the possibility of change. They share laughter amidst frustrations, weaving a tapestry of camaraderie fueled by collective ambition. The transformative power of education becomes undeniable. It ignites a sense of purpose, stirring the belief that beyond these bars, new paths can unfold, free from the shadows of their pasts. Chapter 8. Friendships Tested. As the days blend into a monotonous rhythm, tensions begin to simmer within the inmate community. Jay observes a palpable shift. The bonds forged in laughter are now fraying under the strain of confinement. Miguel, frustrated by rumors of betrayal regarding graffiti territory, confronts another inmate, igniting a heated exchange that reverberates through the yard. The sound of raised voices echoes, mingling with the heavy clanking of the cell doors, illustrating the precarious balance between loyalty and rivalry. Meanwhile, Elaine becomes a mediator, urging everyone to remember their shared struggles, the glimmers of hope that unite them. With a heavy heart, she draws them into group discussions about trust, forgiveness, and resilience. Amidst the aftermath of conflicts, Jay witnesses reconciliation transform anger into understanding, as apologies weave a deeper fabric of friendship. These moments remind the inmates that even in the darkest places, connections can be tested, yet ultimately strengthened, laying the groundwork for healing and growth. Chapter 9. The Outside World. As the inmates gather in the common area, the heavy air buzzes with anticipation and anxiety about life outside prison walls. Jay, Miguel, and Elaine share their dreams and fears of reintegration, each expression layered with hope and trepidation. Elaine's voice breaks as she speaks of her daughter, the longing for connection evident in her soulful plea for forgiveness. The distant sounds of bustling city life seep into the conversation, reminding them of the world they yearn to return to but also fear. An echo of freedom, complicated by unhealed wounds. The rhythmic clanging of cell doors contrasts sharply with the vibrant memories they conjure: family dinners, laughter with friends, and innocent moments of joy. These recollections drive their resolve, igniting a flame of determination. As they prepare for their parole hearings, tension rises, weaving a fabric of uncertainty and hope, uniting them in their shared quest for a second chance at life. Chapter 10. Facing the Past. The heavy air in the common room is thick with unspoken fears as inmates confront their personal demons. Jay sits quietly, listening to Elaine recount a painful memory of her last interaction with her daughter, a moment laced with regret and sorrow. The sound of a ticking clock amplifies the tension, each tick echoing the inevitability of time lost. Miguel's voice trembles as he shares his past mistakes, the weight of gang life pressing down on him like a shackle. With the hum of distant conversations blending into a white noise, Jay encourages his peers to vocalize their struggles. Each story shared is a brick removed from the wall, enclosing their hearts, creating a cathartic space for healing. The ambient sounds of shuffled feet and murmured support underscore the bond forming between them, as they collectively lean into their vulnerabilities, acknowledging the paths that brought them here and the strength needed to forge new ones. Chapter 11. The Choice. The dim light of the prison's common room flickers as Jay ponders the life-changing offer laid before him, a chance to enroll in a groundbreaking rehabilitation program. The sound of his heart beating in his chest mingles with hushed whispers from fellow inmates, each grappling with their own hopes and fears. Jay sits with Miguel and Elaine, their faces reflecting a mix of encouragement and anxiety. "This could be our way out," Miguel says, his voice barely above a whisper. As they discuss the implications of this opportunity, memories of their pasts flood Jay's mind, battling against the flicker of hope. Heartbeats intensify in the audio backdrop, capturing the weight of the moment. Should he trust the process and risk vulnerability, or stay grounded within the prison's harsh reality? In this pivotal moment, the choice becomes not just his own, but a reflection of collective longing for redemption, growth, and a second chance at life. Chapter 12. Moving forward. As the days within the prison walls begin to dwindle, the atmosphere shifts from confinement to anticipation. In this chapter, Jay gathers the inmates in the art therapy room, their hearts filled with a burgeoning hope for the future. The conversations flow, revealing actionable plans and aspirations. Miguel, once lost in a world of graffiti sketches, passionately shares his goal of starting a mural project to beautify their community spirit. Elaine speaks of her determination to reunite with her daughter, visualizing each step towards that longed-for embrace. The air is electric with determination. Laughter mingles with the rustle of paper as they create vision boards filled with dreams. The sounds of pens scratching against cardboard and snippets of upbeat music underscore their collective resolve. Each inmate's vow to reclaim their lives crystallizes in this moment, a testament to their unwavering belief in brighter days ahead. As they breathe in the scent of fresh paint, they step boldly into their new beginnings. Chapter 13. The Parole Hearing. The air in the prison's conference room is thick with tension as inmates gather for their parole hearings. Jay sits nervously, hands clasped, surrounded by Miguel and Elaine, each lost in their own thoughts. The muffled sounds of the staff preparing outside create an almost surreal atmosphere, echoing the gravity of the moment. As the hearing begins, each inmate takes turns reflecting on their past mistakes, their voices quivering with a mix of fear and hope. Jay speaks candidly about his vulnerability, acknowledging his past as a teacher and the impulsive decisions that led him here. The sound of a ticking clock amplifies the pressure, mirroring their anxious hearts. When it's Elaine's turn, she openly shares her dreams to reunite with her daughter, and the room holds its collective breath. With each confession, a glimmer of hope emerges, a chance to rewrite their stories, but only if they can confront the truths of their past.